WWDC24 has got to be the biggest update that I have seen in a long time. This update has a ton of quality of life improvement that honestly should have been there since the very beginning, but finally it is now coming, and there are even updates that I didn't even know I needed until now. In this video, I'm gonna go over the ones that stood out to me and the ones that I am most excited for. So first, we're gonna go ahead and talk about iOS 18. The first thing that stood out to me is the home screen customization. We are able to now put apps anywhere on the home screen, and we are also allowed to change the color of the app icons. This is definitely a step in the right direction. Over the years, Apple has been giving us more and more ability to personalize our phone, and this is just going to be another step. I remember I had to jailbreak my phone in the past just to get all these features that are coming out. Another thing that I would like to see, hopefully in the future, is that we are allowed to change the app icons. The next update that stood out for me is the ability to hide and lock your apps. You know, this is really good for hiding all those credit card information. Also good for hiding those credit card apps. Next thing is going to be messages. So this is the tap back, schedule text, formatting, and effects. Formatting, huge win. Now I don't have to put like all caps just to put emphasis and seem like super passive aggressive in my text. Now I can bold or underline. Mail. I'm the type of person that has all these notifications and I don't open my mail. If you're the one who has 0 mail notifications, fight me. For this mail app, we're gonna get categorization, yes, and icons of the companies, yes. Just a big win overall. These are what I'm most excited for about iOS 18. Next, we're gonna go ahead and talk about watchOS. I don't even have an Apple Watch, but I am planning on getting one very, very soon. And the reason why is basically I want to start putting numbers and data to my health, from exercising to fitness tracking to vital signs. I mean, I work in the medical field, so the vital signs particularly piqued my interest. With this update, it's improving all even more. Overall, I'm just excited to get my first Apple Watch and test out these biometric features that will allow me to monitor my health. Next, we're gonna go ahead and talk about iPad OS. We are gonna get the same customization as iPhone, such as app icon color customization and app rearrangement, control center customization, and photo app redesign. Like I said, Apple doesn't really give us much in terms of customization. They've been giving us little by little over the years, so I guess we'll take what we can get, right? Calculator! Not only have they given us what we've been wanting for years, but they gave us more than probably what the general public is going to use. They turned a basic functioning calculator into a freaking TI-84 calculator that I used in my calculus classes. This would have been super nice to have when I was taking physics and calculus, but I probably would have failed my exams because it doesn't really show you the step-by-steps, it just gives you the answer. I think it's more geared towards students. However, at least the calculator app is finally available. Overall, I mean, I mainly use the iPad as like a secondary laptop and a Netflix TV. So most of these updates really don't affect my workflow, but these are definitely some of the features that stood out to me and excited to try. Next, we're gonna go ahead and talk about Mac Sequoia. First thing that stood out to me is the continuity or iPhone mirroring. This prevents distractions from doom scrolling because honestly, the less I pick up my phone, the better. Now I can upload my content to socials through my computer without needing to touch my phone. Continuity just makes the process seamless, integrative, and it's just continuous in terms of workflow. Workflow. Continuous. Continuity. I get it. I get it. Apple, I get it. Clever. The first thing about Safari is that there is now a reader, which is basically a table of content and summary right next to the article. This is going to save me time because in this reader, it provides you a summary of the article. It's a nice, too long, don't read TLDR. Next thing is viewer. This allows you to watch videos with full screen capabilities. It's nice for some articles that don't offer the full screen mode. This prevents me from having to like command + to zoom in. I use my computer every day and I am excited for these updates. Not super huge quality of life improvements. Biggest thing about this WWDC24 announcement is the Apple Intelligence. By the way, is it a coincidence that Apple Intelligence and artificial intelligence shares the same abbreviation, which is AI? Coincidence or nah? Now, this is going to require software and hardware to run these complex computations. It's going to require Apple Silicon chip. So there are only 5 chips, the A17 Pro, which are in the iPhone 15 Pro series. It's going to be the M1, M2, M3, and M4 chips. Any other chips is not going to be compatible with Apple Intelligence. And another thing, I just want to talk about the privacy architecture. On paper, it seems like it will provide privacy, but I mean, I'm always going to be just a little bit skeptical. Like, remember those recently deleted photos that were recovered after a recent iOS update? We'll see if it keeps our personal things private. Siri was the official AI, and now it has been new and improved. It is going to have
web results. I can show them if you ask again from your iPhone.
It is going to have a new look, and I love the new animation when it is activated. Yes, pride color. Another thing that's new is going to be Type to Siri. I'm not sure about this application. In theory, it sounds nice, but I'm not sure how it will save time. I mean, I'll have to use it to see. For example, if I want to set an alarm, the time it takes me to text Siri to set an alarm, I probably could have gotten it done in the same amount of time. Another thing about Siri is the product knowledge. Siri has extensive knowledge on all settings and features of the iPhone, iPad, and Mac. You can use Siri to get help learning how to do something on your devices. This is going to be particularly super helpful, and I mean, no shame to my parents, because they're always asking me how to do this, how to do that, what settings, this, settings, that. So Apple Intelligence is going to help out my parents a lot, and just the older generation who struggles with technology just a little bit. And the last thing that stood out to me about Siri is that it will be able to take action on way more requests than previous, thanks to Apple Intelligence and personal context awareness. Another feature that stood out to me about Apple Intelligence is the writing tools. I use this a lot in Notion and creating scripts for my YouTube video, and it will be such a big win having this throughout the Apple ecosystem. This can help you summarize, shorten, lengthen, set a different tone, and proofread your writing before sending. And this will be available system-wide. Yes, usually I would have to copy paste to ChatGPT or Gemini to proofread, and then I would have to copy it back into the application. But now it has become more integrative and seamless. It will definitely increase my workflow and productivity by keeping this feature in-house, and most importantly, free. Another feature about Apple Intelligence that stood out to me is the Smart Reply. For example, AI identifies all questions asked in the email and will generate a response to make sure you answer all the questions. This is going to be a huge time saver for me. It will help simplify and save me time because it will take away the effort needed to come up with a savvy response. Instead, it creates a super concise, it's to the point. Love it. Genmoji, aka generate your own emoji. I use emojis all the freaking time to express my emotions and in general just to like enhance the conversation. And I always use like I use 3 emojis because 4 would make them smaller. So 3 is the cutoff before it gets smaller, and I use 3. I use all the real estate as much as possible. In line with Genmoji is Image Playground, and this is the ability to generate your own AI images. Mind you, most of the AI image generators out there are hidden behind a paywall, but now you can do this for free on your devices. I am so excited to use this. It would be so much fun to be able to put my thoughts and creativity into reality with the press of a button. And the last update that stood out to me about Apple Intelligence is going to be the Photos app. The first one is going to be a tool called Cleanup. And again, most services that offer this cleanup tool are hidden behind a paywall. Now you have the ability to do this for free and get that perfect picture to share with friends, family, and on social media. The last thing about the Photos app is the specific search for photos and videos. This is going to be a game changer for our constantly growing photo apps. Instead of having to scroll and scroll and scroll and squint when you get really close to focus to make sure you don't skip over the photo or video that you're trying to look for, this is all gone. Now you can specifically search key parts of the photos or videos and AI will find it for you. Apple announced that it is going to be integrating ChatGPT into Apple Intelligence. Wherever Apple Intelligence can be used, like Siri, photos, emails, messages, etc., ChatGPT is right there behind the scenes. For example, if Apple Intelligence cannot answer the question, usually if the question is requiring external cloud that is beyond the on-device cloud of Apple Intelligence, it will see if ChatGPT can answer it. Siri will ask first if it's okay with you to reach out to ChatGPT for assistance. Basically, you are in control whether ChatGPT is used, and you'll be asked before any of your information is shared. The thought of GPT, however, just kind of lurking in the shadows, even when it isn't being used, is kinda sus. I hope that we have the ability to turn this off in the settings. So these are all the things that stood out to me during this WWDC24 announcement. I feel like this will be the biggest update we have had in a long time, especially with the integration with AI. A majority of these updates are going to greatly improve our quality of life by making AI do all the hard work, which will save us time and energy. I have never been this excited. I am very thrilled to test out these features when they are released in the fall. If you like this video, please like it and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you are just excited as I am about these updates coming soon. See you in the next video. Bye.